welcome to Living in El Paso, Texas. My name is John Peña. I'm happy to announce that Leah, my wife, has left her corporate position to partner with me in Peña El Paso. So we're super excited to strive to continue to be the best people that we can be. Into the woods from the mouth of a cave, hearing songs they would sing from their wintry grave. It was nothing but a heartbeat, nothing but a sound that followed my feet into the heat. So it might surprise you, but 80% of the Living in El Paso, Texas YouTube channel, believe it or not, is male. So I can't imagine how that could possibly be the case. But Leah helping us kind of dial in what it really means to go above and beyond, I think is perfectly displayed in this segment that we like to call the Happy Pumpkin.
Finally, all done.
Oh, awesome. I guess we also get a pumpkin. I wonder who this is from. Oh, God. The pumpkin fairy has risen. Peña today, and you might be visited by the pumpkin fairy. Ooh.
That was fantastic. We had a great time. Miguel delivered pumpkins to all the folks who we've sold homes to over the last year or so. And so that was a great time. And we do really strive to bring as much value as humanly possible to you. And one of the questions that we get asked all the time is it boring there? What's there to do? Is there anything close by where you can travel to in a day or two? And so what we do is we've started kind of getting off-road. We do have an off-road vehicle. We have the dirt bike. And so out here in West Texas, New Mexico, there's a lot of open space. There's a lot of territory to roam, a lot of Bureau of Land Management land. And so there's a lot of hiking to be done, mountain biking, off-roading, dirt biking, if you're into that. This is some footage of us with some friends just a weekend or so ago out in Las Cruces, taking a hike. And so it's a great way to get outside. It's a great way to explore new areas, and it's a great way just to kind of stay healthy and remain active. And so this is a good example of some of the things that we do. And I'm going to show this footage again. We were out there just a couple of weeks ago, kind of end of summer, beginning of fall, and sure enough, we did spot a rattlesnake. So, when you are out on the trails, be careful, keep your eyes and your ears open, maybe consider keeping the dogs on the leash in certain places. Just use your best judgment. So that's what we do. And another thing that we're going to do actually just this week is we're going to take a couple of days and travel up to New Mexico area, Santa Fe, Taos. It's that star in the middle of the screen. The star above is Denver. The star to the left is Vegas. And then we're down there at the bottom. And so, within a day or so, you can get to some pretty interesting places. And especially if you are at all, maybe on the adventurous side and want to try to explore some different areas, we're going to showcase a little bit of that. And speaking of showcase, one of the ways that we want to continue to bring value to those of you that are considering El Paso as either a new home, a temporary home, a permanent home, is we want to make sure that you know exactly kind of what's going on with the real estate market here. This is a fun new development that's happening in the Northeast. They are calling this Hidden Village 2. This is going to be all new homes. We're going to show kind of where they're at right now, fall of 2021. Palo Verde is going to be in here, Carefree, I believe, Desert View, a number of the builders. This is a great area. I love that shot of the Franklin Mountains in the back there. And so this will be some nice development. This is mostly going to be new construction that's going to come in around, I'm going to say more or less $225,000, probably up to about $275,000. So these are going to be a lot of 3-bedroom, 2-bath homes, a lot of 1-story. I'm sure there will be plenty of 2 stories and some 4 bedrooms in there. But this is really what people want, and it really also kind of brings us to where we are with the real estate market right now. And just to keep everything simple, basically real estate boils down to supply and demand. And of course there are other variables in there that can have effects on the market, but it basically comes down to supply and demand. And so this is a good example of no supply, like builders trying to keep up with demand. Builders were not able to keep up with demand recently, especially through COVID, right? We talked about how builders were on freeze. They weren't executing new contracts. They were just trying to get done what they've already committed to. And so it's tricky. They would love to provide the supply because they're going to make a lot of money and they know that the demand is there. So really kind of what we're seeing in the real estate market is still, unfortunately, yes, we are in a seller's market still, meaning that unfortunately there just aren't enough homes for the number of buyers that are trying to find them. So that's an unfortunate situation. I guess the good news is that it's not nearly as competitive as it was in the first part of the year and even the summer. Things have actually slowed down just a little bit, believe it or not. So I think there's going to be, there's just less buyers in the market, but it is still tricky. It's not easy. There's still homes that are getting multiple offers, and all of that madness continues. But hopefully, like I said, it'll start to balance out. So thank you so much for checking out the YouTube channel. We're really trying to kind of find our way here, and we want to provide as much footage of El Paso for those of you that aren't from here, but for those of you that are from here, we want to be sort of a voice for the community. And one of the things we want to talk about, it is the weekend before Halloween. There is a horror film festival that we've been talking about, Oculto, and I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that right, but that is happening this weekend here in El Paso. Folks enter their own kind of short, scary movies, and then they get judged. Next weekend on Halloween, it's actually happening in Juarez, so we're excited to go and check it out. And so there's a lot of great stuff happening here in El Paso, and we would love to help you understand and know what that is. And speaking of that, we do a weekly newsletter, email newsletter, and we have a list of everything that we can find that's going on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we try to kind of keep you up to date on what's happening, so that if you are here thinking about moving here, you can start to get an idea of what there is to do. So next week, super excited to introduce Leah into the channel. And until that time, have a happy Halloween, and we will see you next time.